This is Dr. J and Professor Spike streaming
Hello.
live from Long Island, New York. And God only knows where Professor Spike is because he's in his car.
I'm in my car, so I could be
So he could be
anywhere
at
in the universe.
locations unknown.
As long as it's contiguous. It's part of the contiguous United States.
Yes, we're streaming live in those contiguous United States, coast to coast and across the globe. We got our usual cast of characters today.
That's good.
Beginning with Mika is with us. Mark O doubled his CTIC position today. What do you think of that? Good move, all the way down at $4.
Well, I'd say you would think that's a good move.
I think it's a good move.
Yeah.
Takes a little guts, but it's a good move, I think.
Right.
It's
Right.
prior to earnings.
What's the worst that happens? You lose money?
I think earnings is in a couple of days or maybe tomorrow even.
All right,
Character guy from the Green Mountain State says it's getting to be fun now. I guess he's not very long.
Yeah. Fun. Well, either that or you have this perverse sense of fun.
Well, how do you like this? Andrew did the same as Mark. He doubled down on CPIC.
And he added XXII, that tobacco play.
And he added to many others. Cabinet guy wants to know if 401 is going to hold on CTIC.
Interesting.
Who knows what's going to hold anymore? Everything looks like it's dropping like a lead balloon or whatever you want to call it.
A lead balloon.
A lead balloon. Off topic, but Jiggly is asking a very relevant question. How the hell did that donkey win the Kentucky Derby?
You know, it's not a donkey anymore.
Every donkey has its day. I've never seen a horse make a run like that through the stretch ever.
That was unbelievable.
You know, I'm watching horse racing now for over 60 years, and I've never seen a run like that.
That was, I mean, the sky view was unbelievable.
Jiggly says he can't believe he held VBIV. She's going sub $1 tomorrow.
As is everything else.
Seems like that's
I bought VBIV at 3 and change in the old days.
I bought MicroStrategy at 600. It had been 900 and change. My first buy was 600. It was 200 today. We're very close to it.
Yeah, well, all of our oldies are oldies but baddies, not oldies but goodies.
Well, the reason for that, of course, is Bitcoin collapsing.
Okay. Well, I know my coin COIN is doing horribly.
Big Jiggly's going to buy BCRX tomorrow at $7.99. I guess his order is in.
Did it actually go below 8? Really?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Yeah.
I just looked at the bottom line of my portfolio at the end of the day, and I wanted to puke.
Right. Yeah.
Linda's with us today.
Yeah, Linda's here.
Miss Jones. Jiggly is sending hearts her way.
Oh, yeah. He loves her.
Yeah. Most compelling DCAs in this market. Okay. A lot of people greeting Linda because Linda's a little local, like a little celebrity on this chat.
We're all big fans.
Yeah.
And
Andrew added to XXII. Yeah.
We haven't heard about that one in a couple of months.
Right. Linda says the market makes us sad. Mark and Andrew are on the same page. Linda says BCRX gives her anxiety. It gives me anxiety.
Why that one in particular, Linda? Why not all of them?
Jiggly's got the idea. Trade VBIV in for Athesis immediately. Don't laugh. It's probably not a stupid idea. But Jiggly is laughing.
But he's got his tongue in his cheek when he says that.
Yeah.
Yes, America loves Linda.
Yeah. Okay. So KT says he's putting it all on the front line on NWBO.
All right.
And Linda did. You know what Linda did? She added lots to Athesis at 61 cents.
All right.
You know who else did that today?
Probably Dr. J did that also.
Dr. J did that today. All right. In fact, Dr. J made quite a few buys. I bought Amazon. I bought more MicroStrategy.
Okay.
I bought Athesis. I bought CTIC. I bought, what else did I buy? I have to look.
Well, you know, I heard there's like a voice in my head says that there's no wrong time to buy Amazon.
That's true. Never a wrong time to buy Amazon.
When you ain't got money.
What else did I buy? I didn't buy Walmart, but I almost did because I really.
You know, I mean, Walmart's one of the ones that are holding up.
Yeah, Walmart.
What about Apple? Is Apple worth buying?
You know what? Let's take a look.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's get to work. I think there's plenty of bargains. The question is, will they be bargains at even more discounted prices?
Right.
You want to get the best bargain, right?
Well, I mean, they say it's not, you know, that you can't really time the market.
Well, that's why I nibble a little as it's going down. I'm trying to nibble on quality like ATHX.
Right.
I figure ATHX is a fair play because it has nothing to do with the market. That's one stock that is separate and distinct.
Yes, the war on Russia has no bearing on whether or not BCRX makes its data.
That's right. ATHX doesn't care about inflation, doesn't care about supply problems. COVID indirectly affects it, though.
Right.
So there is some effect due to COVID. Let's take a look at the averages. The spiders were down 3% to 3,991. So the SPY is at about 399, roughly 398. And the Dow is down 2%. The NASDAQ is the worst of the indices, down 4.3%, really getting killed. The Russell down 4.2, just as bad. And let's take a look at crude. Let's see how we're doing on that. Crude is down 7% to 102.
Down 7%. Wow.
Maybe they figure the war is going to end tomorrow.
No way. So what?
I don't know what.
Is it under 100 now?
It's 102.30, 102.35.
Okay.
Down 7.42. Gold took it on the chin, 1.55% or $30 to 1853. Silver likewise, even worse, 2.7%. The euro strengthened against the dollar. And the 10-year was down slightly, which is down in yield to 3.079. They call it 3.08. Bitcoin down another 10% to 31,000.
10% on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Ouch.
What else is there? That's just the way it's been going for Bitcoin. But I wasn't afraid to add to MicroStrategy today, because I feel like I'm getting a real bargain on that stuff. But you never know. I mean, I'll keep adding though. I'm not afraid. I think Bitcoin will stabilize.
This was all that powder that you've been saving. This is what it's for. That dry powder.
I'm not afraid. All right, let's take a look at what stocks that I actually added today. Okay. Let's start with the spiders. Not that I added it, but I want to get a feel for the market. I think we kind of do the spiders every day.
Right.
And did it cross my double ruled line? Let's take a look. Trying to pull it up, having trouble. It pulled it up too much.
Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it crossed my double ruled line by a lot. 398. Let's look at the weekly. The weekly might show us a little more.
Guess you're gonna have to draw another line.
Yeah, the weekly is better. Look at this area of strong support right in here. I mean, it's quite a ways below where we are though, but it's definitely an area of strong support. 384 is the number I'm looking for the 20% bear market indicator.
Right.
That would be exactly 20%. So 368, it looks like an area of great support. Right in there somewhere. That looks like a really good spot for the spiders to stop going down if it doesn't go down earlier. Remember I talked about on the show a gap fill that's possible on for the let me get the date. Gap fill that's
Yes.
possible for 329. The close that day was 400.61. Well, guess what? We filled that gap today. So I don't know what that proves, but we filled that gap. I mentioned it when it was much higher to spiders, thinking this might be a gap that it tries to fill or will fill. And it sure enough did. But is this enough? That's the question. Is this enough? This is a nice area of support, just like the other area that I drew. So this might be enough. As far as I'm concerned, I had enough downside, didn't you? For Spike, I had enough downside. What about you?
I think I've had enough downside. Yes.
Kamal had enough. He texted me. What did he say in the text?
Yeah.
I'm going to quote him. Kamal, I hope you're fine if I quote you. Let's see.
Kamal it has a high sensitivity to the changes in the market.
Yes. God have mercy. This is too much. That expresses our emotions about the market. Kamal expressed it perfect. But it's got to stop falling at some time. Stocks go up and stocks go down. They're much more pleasant when they go up. So there will be another market. When it's still not in bear market territory. 384 is bear market territory. We didn't get there today. We got as low as 396. Should I draw in 384? Try to draw that in. That's 389. Come down a little.
Hey.
That would be, I don't know where we are.
388. Is that the 20% mark to tell us that we
384. Got it now. Yeah, it's got to hit this line for a bear market, and there's a lot of support right there as well. So 384 might be a nice stopping point if it doesn't stop tomorrow today. At some point, it'll stop and reverse, and we're going to get a strong rally, whether you want to call it a bear market rally, a snapback rally, a relief rally, or a turnaround. Doesn't matter. We're going to get it. We're going to get a strong rally that's going to feel very good, very palliative. Is that the word?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I use big words incorrectly, so I have to check with Professor Spike.
Right. The other guy from Brooklyn.
So my feeling is I've drawn in where likely stopping points for the market. 384, just as it officially becomes a bear market. Let's give Mike Wilson his due. 380, which is minimal pain according to Mike.
Right.
Stanley. 367 looks like a nice area of support, and I refuse to look any further.
Right, that's what we get there.
Because as Kamal pointed out, enough is enough. I'm not going to look further beyond 367. I don't think it's necessary, so I'm not going to look. I think that will be the super max pain, 367. So minimum pain is 380. Minimum pain, according to Mike Wilson, is 380, not max pain. My 367 is max pain. So if I'm right and Mike is right, somewhere between 367 and 380, the market will turn around. Then we could both be right. But I'm hoping it turns around a lot quicker. I think it certainly may. All we need is a headline or two, like the war is over in Ukraine. How's that for a headline? Like China is opening up again. How's that for a headline? Like COVID, the new strains of COVID hopefully are highly attenuated and not much worse than a bad cold. How's that for a headline? Something like that is what we need, you know? Are you still there? I think I lost Professor Spike. Are you still there, Professor Spike? You're upside down. Okay. That's not good. I guess the reception in the car is not perfect. So let's look at Amazon. Amazon, I added today at 20. I put in a good till cancel at 22.25. I don't know where the hell it finished, but I'm sure it's lower. It finished at 21.75, considerably lower, 50 points below my last buy. Don't like that at all. But there was a gap down today. I think that gap will serve as a magnet for it to fill. So let's draw in that gap down. I consider this a gap that's not filled yet until it reaches the closing. And it didn't quite get that. A close was 22.95.45. Today's high was 22.80, so it didn't get there. Came close. This is very, very depressing the way Amazon looks. It's painful, but it looks like it's going to do a complete retrace of the all the way back to the lows. That's how it looks right now from the chart. It could theoretically do a complete retracement back to the COVID lows at 1626. Based on the chart, this is the weekly, and the weekly is just pretty awful, very awful. We've gone through the 200. There's really not much to stop it, except I kind of like candles like this, big, long green candles. I like the midpoint, and it coincides with this double high. Let's draw that in. What's going on here? There we go. So that would be my support area on Amazon is 2088. So if it goes below that, on the weekly, it looks like there's no stopping it to do a complete reversal of the gains from the COVID lows, which is quite incredible to me. But that's how it looks. Very depressing considering how much of it I own. But let me look at the daily. Maybe I could tell you better news on the daily. Maybe it looks a little brighter. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look brighter. I want to get it off quick before. I think we started looking at the daily, right? Daily is yucky. Oh man, the daily looks even worse than the weekly. It doesn't look too good. All right, Amazon is, I drew the line here at 21.75, and it broke that line today. It did, and it didn't even close above it. Yeah, just barely closed above it. But an hour and after hours is 27.67. Very, very depressing on Amazon. All right, equally depressing, and I added to this stock today is MicroStrategy, MSTR, which is a leveraged Bitcoin play. even though it's a software house. It has legitimate business besides Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is has become its main raison d'etre, if you like. So Bitcoin it is, and MicroStrategy dipped to, the hell did it dip to today? It dipped to 219.05, down 25%. I added it at I don't remember, more than that. I paid a little bit more. Not that it matters, it's pennies more at this point in time. I mean, the daily is just death. Let's look at the weekly on this. I think this chart's going to coincide to some extent with Bitcoin. The weekly doesn't look much better. It's really terrible. I mean, if I'm looking at the chart, there's no way I'm adding to this, but I just am a believer in Bitcoin. So, gee whiz. This is a tough one. I think I don't even know where to draw the line. I guess I would draw it right in there, which is 190-ish. That looks like a pretty decent support area, 190 on MicroStrategy. So I think I was a little too quick to add. I have a feeling it's going to be like this with a lot of stocks. Let's look at one that's up today, Walmart. Walmart is up, but it did make a new low today, despite being up, I believe. The low was 148.27 yesterday, and today's low was 148.19. So there's a new low today. I think the 50 right in here should provide good support. The 50 is at, let's see, the 50 is at, I'm trying to find it, 144.15. Is that right? I guess so. We're on the weekly. Oh, okay, we're on the weekly. Let's look at the daily, see how that looks. The daily looks very much like the weekly. Doesn't look that much, doesn't give that much different a picture. Yeah. I think the low is the same from 148.27 to 148.19. So it put in a lower low today, but it finished nicely off its highs of the day, but it has a solid green candle, which is really amazing because it's the only stock that I own, I believe, that was green today. The only one. And I have quite a few stocks. CTIC is Professor Spike. Do I need to get you back? Maybe I need to try to get him back. Okay, I got you. Yeah, so I was looking at the doom and gloom scenarios.
Yeah, no, I've been watching.
MicroStrategies gave me a headache. If I just looked at the chart, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I think Bitcoin will eventually turn around, so I have faith, even though I've probably paid too much. I have faith. And Cabinet Guy is very negative. Sell every blip of every stock, more or less.
Boy. Well, we were talking about selling the rips.
Oh no, he's talking about a particular stock.
Oh, okay.
CEO. What did Indubitably do today? Loaded up on Athesis and NWBO. Good man.
Yeah, there you go. Man after your own heart.
Yeah. I mean, as I said, it's one of the few, these are some of the few names that you don't have to worry about the direction of the market. They're independent of the direction of the market. So
right.
That they're not influenced by the direction of the market. CTIC gets back to 530. Mark is taking his profits because he doubled down.
What the hell? Why not?
Yeah, you're never wrong to take a profit.
Exactly.
It seems to like the 430 to 530 range. Will I do Bitcoin? Yes, let's do Bitcoin right now.
Sounds good.
Bitcoin it is. It's going to look a lot like MicroStrategy, but not quite as bad. Pretty bad. Close to as bad.
Yeah.
I'm back on MicroStrategy. I guess I got it on my mind.
Like I said, you don't want to look at coin. That'll just depress.
That was also down about 10%, right? I think it was down about 10%.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so the daily is just revolting on Bitcoin. There's not much we're going to glean out of that. So let's take a look at the weekly.
It's revolting.
It's a revolting development.
It's a revolting development.
Yes. William Bendix, right?
That's correct.
The Life of Riley.
Which is what we have.
Yeah, this is the Life of Riley lately. Oh, what a revolting development this is.
Yep.
Don't worry about a thing. Mark Cuban is very bullish on Bitcoin.
Okay.
You don't have to worry. Mark Cuban says it's going to survive like the internet survived. He likens it to the early days of the internet, you know.
You mean like post Y2K bubble?
Yeah, like kind of like that. Yeah.
There were a lot of bargains to be had that year.
Oh yeah. I'd run up my portfolio something like tenfold, and I gave it all back in that .com bust.
Right.
The likes of the Globe.com. I mean, I was making 7-8 to 1 in an hour.
Yeah, I had WorldCom. I also had Drugstore.com. They were all fun. Oh, the old days.
I was going to pull out with a nice, tidy sum of money, but I'm going to blame my wife for making me stay in. That's why I haven't discussed stocks with her since.
And look where it's got you. You just lost a
today
of money today.
Today, if she knew what I lost today, she might have. She might shoot me.
She might intervene again.
Yeah, she might. All right, look, I think we're nearing a very key level of support on Bitcoin. You can just look for yourself. I mean, down here at 29,000 area, there's lots of touches. It's clearly a strong support area. 28,893, and then we hit 29,360. We turned around. So we're not far away from that. The low today was 30,540. If we go down to this red line and turn around, that's fine by me. The problem is if we keep going down below that line, then we're looking for support at the 200-day, which is going to be a considerable pain because that's 2087. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we're very close to a rally on Bitcoin as it approaches this 29,000 area. So that's my opinion on Bitcoin. I'd rather own MicroStrategy and Mara and some of those names than own Bitcoin. And those names have all gotten slaughtered, totally shot behind the barn, as
exactly.
Jiggly likes to say.
They would take behind the barn. That's right.
Yeah, I could put a Mara up, but I wanted to do maybe CTIC.
Yeah, you got time for one more.
CTIC. CTIC fell to right to support. Very, very good buy, I think, by Chow and Mark.
Well, I guess anybody who's looking for that opportunity to get back in, has pretty much found it. If you like the long-term aspects of it,
perfectly good buy right around $4.08, $4 in that area. Strong support as you look all the way back to the high on 1123,
right?
403. We've got another touch on 2.8 of this trend line, of this support resistance line, and that was 403 again. And then we come back to 228 and it was 405. And then then we had several other touches on 314, on 321. This is week of. I don't know the exact date. All right, so this looks like a nice pickup today, assuming you picked it up near the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, what else is there? I guess
we hit our time limit, so we can say our goodbyes.
Yeah. Well, I can do one more.
Okay.
What do you want?
What do I want? Boy, you want to look at Lucid just to see if there's any coming back to it?
Lucid. Oh man, Kramer wants to shoot Lucid. Kramer's very mad at Lucid.
He's mad at them?
Yeah, because they're losing his money.
Yeah, well, he lost me a lot of money too. I followed him on PayPal.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, I know.
I sold my PayPal and my Square, whatever you want to call it, Block, whatever you want to call it. I couldn't tolerate it as watching it go down every day, so I got out of that pain.
Right.
This is pain. The house of pain, as Kramer likes to call it.
Yes. Yes. I mean, I was just looking if we can get a little bit deeper into any kind of technical turnaround or anything.
Yeah, I'll just show you where the main support is for it. The main support is right down here at just about where it is. The low was 1612 on the week of 8/29/21.
That's right.
And
okay.
today we came very close to 1612. Maybe, did we? No, 1618. I think if we're not at support now, then look out below, because
Indeed.
I like halfway through this green candle, so that would be right about 1429 would be my next stop.
And then you're going to go back to when it was a SPAC.
Yeah, after that, if it goes below that, you're heading for single digits.
Right.
So Lucid better hold right where it is. It's a buy right now, as is so many stocks right at support right now. So tomorrow better be an update.
Yeah.
This has been Dr. J casting some light as to the enigma called the stock market,
Indeed.
called the spiders, called biotechnology, called the house of pain lately.
The house of pain.
Heath is with us. Indubitably is with us. All right, so thanks to all for coming, and let's see if we can't endure the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune of the market.
That's right.
Until the sun shines better, maybe tomorrow.
Vicissitudes is the key word.
Always, our opinions, what are they? Our own, and do not constitute investment advice, right?
That's correct.
One should do their own due diligence. Mop Bucket is with us. Ziesman is with us. Names that we know well. Adios, amigos. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Dr. J, Professor Mike, Kamal, Arjun. I got to wish Arjun a happy, what do you call it? Happy bachelor's party day. Ciao.